What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 311. I don't know, wonder.
I've got a cookie.
That's not in front. There you go. What? Why do you have a cookie?
I don't know, because my fiance decided to be nice to me and get me a cookie.
I've got crippling depression. That's not
I like
nice, though.
trains.
Meow. That's all I got. That's the episode this week. Thanks, guys. Wonder, how's your week going? Or Ben, whatever. I guess it was just a weekend and the first day, but
Right. It's gone all right. I took all last week off of work, so to try and remodel my bathroom. It's been a chore. You always be like, "Oh, we got a plan. This should go well," and then it's like, "Oh, this is not going well." But I mean, we're getting there. We're not nearly as far as I wanted to be, but we're getting there.
what happened?
Well, so basically, we have one of the in our master bathroom. We have like one of those walk-in, just step-in shower type things, and it's just it all comes. You fit it as one per like full section. It comes out in one piece and goes in one piece, and it's fiberglass. So had to tear that out because I wanted to tear the shower out and put the toilet there so that we had room to put a bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we need to shower, we can use the guest bathroom that has a shower, like a tub shower combination.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, went to go tear out because all it is just screwed in there. So we just took the screws out and went to pull it out. Well, they must have built this house around this bathroom because the shower was bigger than the doors to get in there by a lot.
Interesting.
So my mom and I were sitting there like, well, how in the hell are we going to get this thing out of here, And I got frustrated and fed up with trying to figure out how to get it out of there. I just went and grabbed like the corners of it and just like Hulk smashed it into little pieces and carried it out in pieces.
Good answer.
I was like, I'm not saving this thing, and I'm tired of wasting time trying to figure out how to get it out of here. And so I just went Hulk smash and broke it into pieces. Then we get into the part where it's kind of more of a pain in the ass than trying to get the shower out is the plumbing. So the shower had 2-inch line going down underneath the house, and then it drops into the 3-inch line where it meets up with the toilet line basically, which is 3-inch. So it comes and then it just goes straight down into the septic. So I had to tear all of that out because the toilet has to be 3-inch line. So I had to completely replumb the toilet in the 3-inch line. Well, the joists are so close together, I was going to go with 4-inch line, and that ended up not working out because the joists are so close together that I couldn't get. It was a very tight fit with just the 3-inch line, so 4-inch wouldn't have worked. So I had to go with 3-inch, which is fine, and plumbed it over, and that all went fairly well except for the exhaust. So the toilet has to be has to be vented basically. So the vent goes. So usually the vent ties into the 3-inch line somehow, and then it goes up the wall and out the roof basically. So you have a place for the sewer gas to escape. And when we pulled the shower out, so you have the floor and then the wall, and the wall was exposed. There was no drywall or nothing behind the shower, and so you could just see the black vent line going up to the roof. And whoever had put that in put a T, and above the floor was about a section of black 1.5 inch pipe, about this long, going towards where the drain of the shower was,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just capped off and just sitting there. So the shower wasn't even vented, which every water line, every line that has a drain should be vented in one way or shape or form,
Mm-hmm.
but it was not vented. So I'm guessing they brought that over to try and vent it, which was a lost cause to begin with because there's not enough room underneath that shower to put a Y. You would have had to put a T, and that doesn't work because then the water will flow down into the vent. So I think they realized that and went, ah, shit, and then just capped it off and called it good. And so then that made it a pain in the ass for me because I had to I was like, well, this shouldn't be too bad because then I could because there was a sink that came down and tied into the vent. And I was like, so I should be able to just, cut two places, cut that T out, just drop the T and tie into the T. Well, unfortunately, underneath the house, instead of the vent line coming down and going, or coming off of the main line and going up, straight up, it goes up and over the top of it's a steel support beam. So I can't get to it. So I had to cut a access panel in my closet floor to get to the vent line in order to cut it and add line so I could put a T in. And so that was a pain in the ass. But when I finally got that done, I just dropped the T down, tied straight into the exhaust for the sink, and then dropped straight down and then 45'd over into a Y into the 3-inch line for the toilet. So now the toilet's vented as it should be. And then I found out there's two different vents in my bathroom. So where the toilet was originally, it came down off the flange, and originally I thought there was just one line that tied into the 3-inch, and I thought that one line is a drain for the kitchen sink, the washing machine, and the other sink in the bathroom. And I so I thought anyway, and there's a vent that comes up off of that line. And the vent, instead of coming up and going straight up the wall, it comes up out of my floor 45 or 90s over, and then 90s again and goes up the wall. And so when I remove the sink to put the bathtub in there, I'm just going to have a black pipe sticking up out of my floor, and I can't get rid of it because it's a vent line. So I got to figure out how to hide this black pipe.
Nice.
And it's just the stupidest shit I've ever seen. I don't know why they did it the way they did it instead of just going up the wall originally. But anyway, that's a future problem that I have to deal with. Haven't even got to that yet. But I wanted to get all the rest of this stuff plumbed in, that 2-inch line plumbed in, because that's the washer and the kitchen sink and all that. The tub won't be here for another month. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and plumb all this other stuff in. And so that way we can use this stuff until the tub gets here. And then when the tub gets here, I'll just run more 2-inch line and then just Y into, cut the line and just put a Y in and just tap into the line and call it good. Well, what I didn't know is that 3-inch line for the toilet, there was another line that ran along the support beam that I couldn't see because of the insulation. And so that caused a big problem because I had already done all the plumbing for the other stuff. If I'd have known it right away, then I could have just ran with a T and a 40 and a 90 and would have been just fine. But no, I had to complicate it for myself, and it was a pain in the ass because when I spliced and put a Y to tie in this other sink, it was a weird angle, so I couldn't get the angles to line up just right. So it was just a pain in the ass. I was underneath the house for like, I don't know, 12 hours trying to get all this plumbing and shit done, covered in insulation and
Have fun.
yes, I hate insulation with every fiber of my body. Um, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna have to go down there and do more when the tub gets here. Um,
Have fun.
so anyway, got the flooring done for now. I had to find some 3-inch 3/8 drywall to replace the drywall behind the shower, and I got to do a bunch of mudding and then paint and then floor, and then I could seat the toilet.
Fun.
Oh yeah, so much fun.
You got a lot going on over there.
Mhm.
New question though. Why did you start everything before you had all the pieces?
Um,
I'm just curious.
what do you mean? Like before I had
Like
all the
you
pieces?
don't have the bathtub, you don't have everything you need to redo your bathroom. So why did you start?
Well, because we want it to be done before baby gets here.
Okay,
Because once baby's here, I'm not gonna have any time to do anything.
that's fair.
So we're kind of on the timeline, like a time crunch. So we want to get everything pretty much done, and I have to do the flooring before the tub gets here, so that because the tub will sit on the flooring,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
So I have to get that done anyway, and in order to do that, I have to do all the plumbing and get all the holes and everything cut, so that way we know where to put how to do the flooring.
fair enough.
Um, so it was kind of just it is what it is. We're gonna have to start, get as far as we can, and then get everything else done. And then when the tub gets here, we can worry about that later, you know. So it just worked out that way, and we want it done by April.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, which we're onto the flooring. Once I get that cabinet tore out and I figure out how to hide that stupid black line, um, that'll be the hard part. I don't know if I'm gonna have to do like an accent piece at the bottom or something like that, like a little shelf or something, just to make it look not completely stupid. But I don't know. So we'll see. I look forward to having a bathtub that I can soak in, where I don't have to have my shoulders like this when I sit in it. Um, because the one we have now is like a hotel bath, like
yeah,
tiny hotel bath, and it's just uncomfortable and annoying. So, and Aspen's getting to where she can't hardly get in and out of it, you know.
yeah,
And she's when after baby's here, she's gonna not be able to bend and be limber enough to get in and out of that thing now.
yeah,
Um, especially if they end up doing like a C-section or something like that, because she'll be super sore, and which baths will be nice for sore, muscles and bones and stuff, but she's not gonna want to take a bath in that little tub.
yeah,
So, especially since she's like actually tall compared to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I barely fit in it, um so yeah. Just was busy. It sucks because I had a whole week off and it feels like I worked harder on those days off than I do at work.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
but I guess it's a little different when you own it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, happens.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I birthday weekend was certainly a time. So
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you how that went.
we had the stream on Wednesday that existed for sure.
Yep.
No fault of you. I had fun playing games. The stream existed.
Oh.
Um, and actually, Wednesday, I have everything fixed, so we could play games if you're around Wednesday. Like Wednesday night.
I should be. I
Yeah.
should be around Wednesday night.
So, after that though,
I think I'll have to, because
no worries either
usually we
way.
have volleyball. But I don't think we have volleyball until Sunday because it's tournament. I think I'll have
Gotcha.
to verify with. I'll talk to Heath tonight about it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but other than if I'm thinking right, then I should be free Wednesday to play some
Yeah.
games. Oh,
Hey, and with it being tournament time, that means you're soon to be free to play games
right on Wednesdays.
on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Yeah. So even if it's not
Yep.
this week, at least eventually you'll be
Right.
around.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thursday, my actual birthday, was
Nice.
fine. Like, actually, no. For years of my birthday, it was pretty great. And all I did was go to dinner and hang out with my girlfriend. Though,
Right.
I do. So I've been conversing with my girlfriend about a lot of the people I call my friends.
Oh, am I
You
one
want
of
to
those
make a
people?
no? We don't really talk about you because I don't really talk to you. Other than
Fair.
when we bring you up to be like, yeah, he's got like IRL job, fiance who is pregnant, all of these things
Mhm.
going on. Yet he can somehow show up every week except for when his internet is broken and he doesn't have a choice. He can literally show up
Right.
every week. And other people who do literally nothing can't. Weird how that works.
Right.
But no, we were talking about that, and then by the time Thursday ended, it's like the amount of people who didn't even send a text.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you know me. That's normal for my birthday.
Right. Yeah.
But still, fucking annoying.
Well, you, the thing about it is the way I look at it is you at least you know who cares. You know,
This is true.
however much it sucks, even if it's
Yeah.
just like for me, I have family members that pretend I don't exist. So,
I get it.
but I mean, you do you, but don't expect me to come. Go out of my way to help you someday. Um,
I think that's been the big thing is the fuck was that? That's been the big thing is just I just have to figure out how to deal with not dealing with those people as much anymore,
right.
which
Yeah.
is not the easiest thing to do. I don't
Yeah.
like navigating people. Yeah.
It's not my strong suit either, but
Yeah. Then the rest of the weekend definitely happened. Friday, we ordered breakfast from Dunkin' Donuts, and it gave her food poisoning.
oh God.
And then Saturday, she ordered pizza from like her favorite pizza place here. And we ordered a half pepperoni, half cheese pizza because we're both basic as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't send a pepperoni and cheese pizza. They sent a peppers and cheese pizza, and she's allergic to peppers, so they tried to kill her. And then she got the refund from DoorDash, which is good, but she tried to like call the pizza place to have them just fix it and send another pizza. And even though we had the receipt saying pepperonis and cheese, they claimed that she did it wrong and it must have been her fault. So Saturday sucked.
Oh,
And then
well, it
Sunday,
sounds like you don't need to be doing business there anymore.
nope. And then Sunday, we had to wake up early. So Saturday sucked, went to bed early, woke up early Sunday because she had a hair appointment. So we go there. I end up getting my hair trimmed, not actually cut also, but like, whatever. And do the haircut thing. And then it starts snowing fucking freakishly bad. So Sunday sucked. So there was one good day, and the rest was just a lot of not great. And then
How much snow did you guys get?
I don't know what then. So we ended up over in the little area where she's at, which got way more snow than I did here. But I don't know how
Funny
much
how that
because
works.
I don't know when I left. Or like I don't know how much happened after I left.
Right.
And then last night she fell and hurt herself, so I don't know what's going on. And then she's been busy
God.
with work all day. So yeah, it's been a time.
Whew, yeah, rough week, man.
My Uber ride home, the dude decided that heat was for suckers. So that was fucking freezing.
Freeze you out.
Yeah, for like it was especially with the snow, it was like an hour-long Uber. It was so fucking cold. After I was already cold from waiting for the Uber,
I'd asked him if he was going through menopause or something.
I don't know what the fuck was going on, dude. I was upset. Yeah, so in general, I'm upset at people. I'm upset at places. I par for the course for my birthday. I mean, as fucked up as it is to say, technically like my best birthday ever, which is crazy. Hey, at least I didn't get a gun pulled on me this time.
That's true. At least I didn't have to choke slam somebody either.
Yeah, that's what led to me getting the gun pulled on me.
Which is funny. You weren't even the one that did it, and they pulled the gun on you.
Yeah, shout out me.
Mhm.
It's all right, I can take it.
I still remember that phone call too. They're
Yeah, I was
like,
like, hey, man.
they're back and they have a gun, and I'm like, well, I'm not showing up. The motherfuckers are probably looking for me.
And I'm like, thanks, buddy. I guess I'll deal with
Like,
this. Right, they
trying
were
to
looking
say,
for you. That's why I called you.
right? But if I show up, they're not leaving. So,
But yeah, that was a time. Yeah.
but
So yeah,
crazy times.
that was a time. This weekend was a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe how fast a week can go by when you're not working,
Yeah.
you know. Well, I mean, I was working, but like on my own house and stuff. I feel like I don't even know what happened to my week off. It just gone.
Yeah.
Then work gets here and it's the longest goddamn weeks ever. I don't know. I need to hurry up and get promoted so I have a desk job or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Yep. You get promoted, then you get more responsibility and you feel more obligated to do more stuff because you're getting paid more and yeah, all the good stuff. But
Um yeah, I mean, it's better than just getting more important at your job and not getting a raise and not getting a promotion, just getting all the
that's
extra
true.
bullshit. Cuz
That is
that is
very
an
true.
option.
That is true. Um, yeah, I don't. It'll be interesting because I got a couple of interviews I have to sit in on. I'm to the stage where I now am important enough to sit in on interviews.
Nice.
Um, so one of the people we choose from one of these interviews, I will be in charge of training. So that'll be scary. Um, I don't know. I'll basically tell the guy, yeah, I'm pretty useless. If you want to learn something, you'd probably be better off following the other guys around.
Interesting. That's certainly a choice. But hey,
Yeah.
I don't judge. Actually, I do sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point. Is I'm not. I don't know how good I'm going to be at like openly judging somebody. You know, like it's one thing to be like, oh, this person's this behind closed doors. You know, but like to like openly like write stuff down about how good or bad they were in an interview in front of them. You know,
Well, luckily they don't have to see what you're writing.
Right. Well, where we interview is just like a small table with like 4 people, and so like
So get a
they
notebook
can
so you
just
don't have to write on the table. Hold it.
right. That's probably what I'm going to do. I have a clipboard I'm going to use probably.
There you go.
So, but yeah. The good thing is it's like usually how it is it's just like a number from like 1 through 10, and then there's like specific words, keywords they're looking for, and you just circle the keywords and then like kind of write down a little bit of what they said, and then or just write down the keywords that they mentioned, and then you just base that like okay, they hit 3 out of 5 word keywords or whatever or key statements, and so I'm going to give them like a 7 or something like that. And basically, whoever has the most points after the interview is the person that gets hired. So I don't know.
Yeah, I
This
guess.
government stuff is strange to me.
Everything is strange, man.
Yeah.
Everything's strange. Everything sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Life's a bitch and then you die. I don't know. I think I'm not having a very good day in my head.
Well,
Happy Monday.
yeah. I've had a pretty grumpy day myself
Fair.
because I've just when you take a week off and then you come back, and it doesn't help that my boss, me, and one other person in our crew was gone last week, all week, and so there was just 2 people here, and one of them, technically one of the regular like skilled trades dudes, but we had our HVAC guy, which was trying to help out, you know. So basically only 2 people, and so a lot of stuff piled up. So now, come today, I just feel like I was being pulled in 13 different directions at the same time. You know, oh, this emergency over here. Oh, this emergency over here. Oh, pipes are frozen over here.
Yeah.
And so that's great. Mondays after taking a week off are always terrible.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Gotta make up for the week you didn't have, you know. So tomorrow, hopefully, I don't fall off a 20-foot roof and die or something.
Yeah,
Because
preferably don't.
I got to work on a metal roof tomorrow, which is going to be slick, and try and repair it. So we'll see how that goes. Probably one of the worst roofs to work on because it's like a shop roof and it's fairly steep angle, and metal is slick.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So the best I can do is kind of have the telehandler bucket up there, and I'll put a safety harness on and just try to tether myself to the bucket or to the basket and hope for the best.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my other things that are awful and bad.
Oh God, there's
Well,
more.
I mean, there's
No, wait, there's more.
there's the funny one that's just
Not
Sam
funny.
Darnold made the Super Bowl.
Oh
That's
God.
not
Oh
fun.
yeah.
That's not fun. That makes me sad.
You know what? Also, you know what makes me sad about that is they're probably going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, they're winning by like 30 points. The Patriots are
Yes.
not good.
Yes. So shout out Cushion's schedule, and luck, a lot of luck. Good, congratulations, Patriots. You're gonna get murdered.
No.
But anyway, if I would have, so like the DraftKings, my brother was trying to get me to
Yeah.
join in. So like if you predicted, you do like a $5 bet, and if you predict the outcome of the bracket, you get $50,000. Well, my prediction was Texans and the Seahawks, with the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. The Texans obviously didn't make it, so I would have been out for the $50,000. But I still would have been in it for $12,500 if I would have
Huh.
gotten in on the bet.
Tough.
So yeah, it's tough. My brother, he might be eligible for it though. So
Did he
because
pick
he
the
listened
seat
to me,
chickens?
I told him, just out of spite of you, the Seahawks were going to make the Super Bowl and probably win.
Yeah.
Just you know, that's how it goes. Just
You know the funnier bit of that, I think, though, as much as the Darnold bit is funny, the Vikings cut Garrett Bradbury, their center, last year because he sucked.
mhm.
Garrett Bradbury is the center for the Patriots. Do you know how many sacks he's given up since Minnesota cut him?
I don't know, 10.
0.
Really?
Yep, the entire year for the Patriots. He did not give up a single sack. The guy the Vikings replaced him with, a multi-time All-Pro, got like 6 concussions and probably has to retire early.
Oh God.
Minnesota.
Yay, Minnesota! Well,
Um,
at least you might end up with Burrow out of this, so
Probably not.
probably not, but we'll see.
But the last thing that fucking sucks royally is this one makes no sense to me. My most recent YouTube video, the dispatch one that came out on Friday,
Mhm.
is performing just terribly. It's like a 7 out of 10, so it's one of my 3 worst videos I've published in my last 10, which is like most of them. But it makes no sense because the average view duration from 74 total views is the entire length of the video. That is the average view duration. So all 74 people have watched the entire video. That doesn't happen. And on YouTube, a good click-through rate, which is like somebody sees the thumbnail for your video, do they click it or not? Good is 3%. This video's at 31%. Why the fuck does it have no views? It is the story of my life. I do everything right, and it all goes to shit anyways. But it's pissing me off.
Yeah, that's what drives me nuts about you know content creation. Is this just seems like there's no like consistency. Like you'll post a video that you think is like, oh, this video is going to do terribly, and it ends up doing well, and then you spend all this time on another video and actually put effort into it, and you post it, and it don't do shit. I don't understand content creation. I guess I don't. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it does to you, but
No, it doesn't. I thought it did. I thought I had everything figured out. And obviously, I did everything right. It just doesn't matter, anyways.
right.
Which, story of my fucking life, but Jesus Christ, sucks. But yeah, just.
Aside from that, who do you think the next Buffalo head coach is going to be?
I don't know. I mean, there's a world where it's Brian Dable, and I kind of feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like Josh is going to be very into that idea, though I know they just did an interview with Grant Udinski, who was Minnesota, a coach in Minnesota last year, was the Jags OC this year, and they were very good. And I know Sam Darnold loved Grant Udinski, and I know Josh Allen talks to Sam Darnold a lot. So I think the Bills are going to listen a lot to what Josh Allen wants. And so I could see either of those. I can also see Clint Kubiak, who's the Seahawks offensive coordinator, being the guy. I think the Bills would be stupid to go any way other than offensive guy.
Right. Well, we've tried the defense thing, and it's good enough to get us to the playoffs and maybe win a playoff or two, but it's obviously not good enough to get us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, hire a good defensive coach, like defensive coordinator, and then have an offensive-minded head coach to help Josh. Because I feel like, as good as Josh is, I don't think he's like a Brady where he can just take control of a game and be like, "Oh no, we're gonna run this play." You know, I think he's by the books quarterback, so he goes off of what if the coach calls something, that's what they run.
Yeah.
Um. So I don't know. Who do you think would be the best for the Bills?
I mean, the only one I can be sure of would be Dable. We've seen him be a head coach, and we saw him do great things as a head coach, both with Jackson Dart, because Dart looked good with Dable, and as soon as Dable was gone, Dart didn't look so good. We saw him, I mean, get Daniel Jones a $180 million contract. We've seen him coach the Bills offense well previously. Can he build a staff? That part I don't know about. Like, can he find a defensive coordinator that's any good? He sure couldn't when he was with the Giants. But
yeah,
is that
that's
really
what worries
on
me
him?
about him.
Like,
Yeah,
but like you go to any of the other guys, Clint Kubiak has a year or 2 years of real play calling experience. That's not much.
Right.
Grant Udinski has no play calling experience. He's never called plays. He's younger than most of your roster at this point.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I was really happy to see today that um Daniels decided not to show up for the interview. So
Why were you excited that McDaniel didn't show up for the interview?
I can't in good faith, after calling him a clown for the last 5 years, turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, come coach our team." I think he's a brilliant offensive play caller, play schemer. I think he's brilliant, but I don't know if he would. He's a goofball, so I don't know if he would get much respect in the locker room, if you know what I mean.
I guess.
Like, he's kind of like a person everybody likes, but he's kind of like the class clown that, like, everybody likes him, but they don't really take him seriously. If you know what I mean. And I feel like Josh Allen is a person that needs somebody that'll if he needs to be, get your ass in the game kind of scrutinized by a coach, I don't think Daniels would be that guy. So I want somebody that's going to be a little more stern when he needs to be, a person that demands respect and or not by like, "Oh, I'm an asshole, give me respect" kind of thing, but like people are like, "Oh, this guy's serious about his job and I want to do good for him." I just don't know if I don't know. I just feel like I couldn't, in good faith say, "Hey, come on to the Buffalo," and after making fun of him for 5 years. So I don't know.
Fair.
Plus, there could be a little bit of bad blood there. Being a rivalry for a while. But I don't know. I'm just weirded out by some of the interviews, like Jordan Phillips. Did you not know about that?
What do you mean they interviewed? I'm so confused. I'm going to look at who they interviewed and who do you think Jordan Phillips is? Because that's a defensive tackle that I think is still actively in the league. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. Because the guy you named is
Um,
not close to anybody who
I don't
interviewed.
I don't know why Jordan Phillips came to my mind. He just subbed for he's the old guy that just came to play for the Colts.
Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers, there we go. Sorry, been a very long day. My mind's not working. I told you earlier that my mind is below room temperature at the moment. So
Yeah, Jordan Phillips is a 33-year-old defensive tackle for the Bills.
uh, that's why I was thinking of Jordan Phillips.
So I
'Cause was
don't
listening to
know
a
how
podcast about him today.
you confused him and Philip Rivers. The list of differences is quite large and quite stark.
Right, but anyway, Philip Rivers. Yeah, they interviewed him. That was, although I'm pretty sure he already said he's gonna withdraw himself from the coaching race. So, although I was intrigued by it, I don't think that would be a very good, especially since the only thing he's ever coached is a high school football team. So, yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm nervous. Hopefully, we get somebody that's not terrible. I don't know. I feel like the Bills are gonna see the community saying, "Oh, this guy's terrible. Let's not do that," and they'll go, "Let's get that guy. The community hates him." So
Fair enough.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's been a time.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, it has.
What else have I seen that's going to happen? I don't know. There's nothing that interesting. Have you started Stranger Things yet?
I have not. No, haven't had really a chance to. The good thing is, I'll have about 240 hours at home. Come April, so first couple weeks, baby being here, I'll probably be fairly busy. But after that, I'll probably be doing a lot of sitting around and watching TV. So, um, hopefully, I'll have time to catch up on all my seasons that I haven't had a chance to watch. So,
Fair.
yeah, I still have to watch like the next 4 episodes of Fallout too. So, yeah. Did you watch that first episode of Game of Thrones?
I have not. I'm really trying to decide if I'm gonna. It does not. So far, the sound of it does not have me that intrigued.
I don't know. I feel like it's just all it did was start slow. I feel like they're doing some character. They're really taking time to like, I don't know, build character. If you know what I mean.
Sure.
Like, uh, a lot of it to me feels like it's the normal Game of Thrones. Yeah, sure, it might be a little like a little bit quirky, kind of, but like I feel like a lot of people are upset because it's like the beginning of most Game of Thrones where it's like almost a porno and they're all upset about that. It's like, no, that doesn't need to be what it's all about. You know, it's okay to have a slow first couple of episodes to build character and have a normal ass season of Game of Thrones without a ton of nudity. Thank you very much. But you should watch it just so you can be like, you know, you're stupid. This is why.
Fair.
The only thing I could say about the first episode is like, did we really need that scene with the feces?
Probably.
You'll have to watch, then you'll understand after you watch.
I still want to know how Shedeur Sanders made a Pro Bowl over Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
when they were selecting, because like a bunch of guys are either hurt or Super Bowl bound or whatever from playoff or Pro Bowl voting, and at least as far as I can tell, they'd never even asked Trevor Lawrence if he wanted to be the replacement, but they let Shador, which is weird. A guy who was top 3 in MVP voting isn't gonna even get asked. That's really odd.
Right. Who do you think's gonna get MVP?
I still think it'll be Stafford, but I guess it could be Drake May, but I still think it'll be Stafford.
I half-ass feel like it's gonna be Drake May.
I mean, it could be. I don't get it because Stafford did everything a lot better than Drake May all year, but hey.
Well, yeah, but
playoffs don't matter when it comes to this conversation. Just so.
Right, I understand that. That's not what I mean. It's more of a "but Patriots" kind of thing.
I don't see that. But maybe.
I don't know. Because it boils down to votes in the end. So, this person may be better. I mean, you were upset with Josh Allen getting it last year, and thought other people should have had it. But it boils down to votes and who people honestly think that they deserve to have the MVP. So, you never know how people are going to vote.
That's fair.
So,
Das is fair.
Das is fair.
Das is fair. Oh.
The only thing I am certain of is Josh Allen's not going to get it. So,
and he doesn't. He even more than last year just does not deserve to. So, I hope
I could agree. This year I could agree with you. Last year I was like,
My big thing is still in every way he was outperformed by multiple other quarterbacks, except for Josh threw less picks. That has never mattered in the MVP conversation. I don't care.
Right.
When the numbers and the tape and just everything says, hey, Josh wasn't better, then hey, Josh wasn't better. And it is, as much as I want to argue the value thing, in most cases, for most teams, it's hard to say who is more valuable to their team. Because, if you last year you swap Lamar and Josh Allen, not much changes.
Right.
Whereas, it's maybe the Jalen Hurts of it all. If you swap Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen, a lot changes for those teams. And that's not even a shot at Jalen Hurts. He's great, but there's levels to this ball game.
Right. I don't know. I feel like the main argument wasn't that, he had less picks last year. It was more of it seemed like he was doing more with less talent.
But
which might have been inflated a little bit, but
I was going to say, how much less talent did he have? The Ravens receivers aren't good either. His O-line was better. His defense was better. His coaching staff was better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Derrick Henry's slightly better than James Cook, but it wasn't that big of a difference. And Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely are not that far are they that much better than Knox and Kincaid? No. So how much different was it? Not that much.
Yeah. So but back then, these people, they were kind of in everybody else's eyes, like nobodies, that he was playing with. Nobody really knows them too much. Not like the people on Lamar Jackson's side where everybody knows Derrick Henry. Everybody knows Mark Andrews. Who the hell knows Dawson Knox? Who the hell knows, James Cook the Cook name is a well-known name, but he's not his brother. Now it's starting to seem like maybe he might be, but
yeah.
But I think this year it's like, okay, so these people that he played with last year aren't as bad as everybody's making them out to be. So I feel like he'll have less of a chance to be MVP because he doesn't have that narrative of, he did more with less,
Yeah.
But
But that's also the issue, especially for May, is you can't argue he did more because he didn't.
Right, exactly. Like, he has one of the best defenses.
Well, and I don't even just mean that. I mean just like watching them play.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Like Stafford led the league in yards and had, completion percentage wise. I mean, Drake May had the best completion percentage, so shout out to him. But Drake May was also 15 touchdowns less than Stafford while throwing the same amount of picks.
Mm-hmm.
Getting sacked more despite technically better offensive line play. Like, Stafford was just better by every metric. Yes, he had a better team, right. But this isn't it was close and one guy has a better team. It's one guy is head and shoulders above everyone else. Yes, he had a better team, but who cares?
Right. You could still have an elite team, but not have,
right.
Not perform,
Right.
So, I don't know. I do not know. It's I don't know, kind of like who would be a good example of an elite team that Jalen Hurts maybe?
I mean, yeah. I mean, Jalen Hurts like last year and the year before, or both Super Bowl years, where it's like Jalen Hurts should be in the MVP combo, and it's like no.
No. He performed good when he needed to, but like didn't consistently perform that way,
Right.
There was other times where, you literally had the best running back in the fucking NFL, so you had Saquon Barkley jumping backwards over people to win games for you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You won a Super Bowl, though. Can't trash him too much, I guess.
Yeah.
More than Josh Allen will ever get to say.
Fair.
But
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this coaching thing is what needs to happen to get us over the hump, but I have my doubts.
Maybe. Depends on who you hire.
Because I still feel like the culprit to the reason we weren't getting over the hump, part of the culprit is still there. And I don't know if it would have been a good idea to fire him now, but like, I don't know.
Fair.
Like you said, you can't fire a GM and expect to keep the coach too. So
yeah,
I don't know. It just sucks because I feel like McDermott kind of got scapegoated, a little bit.
Yeah.
He is like the second winningest coach in the NFL. I don't know. Went to the playoffs 8 out of the last 9 years. Just loses in weird fucking ways every single time somehow.
Yeah.
But
hey, to be fair, this time it wasn't weird. He gave the ball to the wrong team 5 times.
Right.
I don't care how good you play outside of that. We can talk about how that means the Broncos aren't that good because they still almost lost that game. That's a fine argument. But we can't go, well, it was weird. They didn't really deserve to lose. When you give the ball to the wrong team 5 times, you do not deserve to win that game.
Honestly, what lost it for us, and this does boil down to coaching, 100%, where I could say, hey, this is the coach's fault in that game, was the 17 seconds left before halftime. Let's try and go down and get points. Let's be aggressive. No, You're down by a touchdown. You're getting the ball back after halftime. Kneel the ball, go into halftime, come out with a better game plan, and win the football game. If you would not have fucking done that stupid shit right before the half, guess what? You lost by 3 points. No. That's the 3 points you gave up just free to the other team before halftime because, we're going to be aggressive. And then Josh Allen running with the ball in his hand like this and gets tackled from behind, of course, gets him.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
going to blame being aggressive is the correct choice. That's actually a step in the right direction for McDermott, who never is aggressive ever. That was the one good thing about this year is he started being aggressive. That's
Right.
growth and development. What do the best coaches in football do? They're aggressive. They don't just wait for things to happen. That's why you lost every other AFC championship and every other playoff game Josh has been a part of. The issue is
Right.
when you're being aggressive, Josh Allen, don't run with the football out here and let people take it from you. It's not that fucking hard. You haven't done that all year. Why you decided to right then, I don't know. You decided to be the dumbest you've been all season in the biggest game of your season. There's a reason Josh Allen accepted and said it was his fault. Because it was his fault. Full stop.
that,
It was
but
Josh
still.
Allen's fault.
Still, I get being aggressive, and I am all for being aggressive when when it's needed.
Right before half is a great time, as long as you don't turn it over.
Exactly. That was exactly what when I stood up and was yelling at the TV screen when I was saying just kneel it. We're only down by 7 points. There's a whole other half of football. It's not like there's 3 minutes left in the game or something.
Yeah, but if you tie it going into halftime, that's a whole different story.
But I don't even think they were going for a tie. I think they were like, oh, we want to take shots downfield and try and get a field goal just to cut down on that 7 points a little bit. Which sure, but like you lost the game by 3 points because you decided to go for it with 17 seconds. Like I would have been a little bit more okay if like somehow, 17 seconds left and a half and we're on like our 40 or something like that. But not when we're deep. We just received the ball when we're our 20 or 25 or wherever the hell we were at.
Yeah.
Where if something goes wrong, the other team just gets free points. That just, in my mind, was a stupid decision on everybody's part. I know Josh Allen was probably like, let's do it, but he's always like that. He's always going to be like, let's do it. As a coach, I feel like that was one time that was probably not a good idea to go for. Because even if you're lobbing it downfield and it gets picked off, the other team still has a chance to make do a throw, call a timeout. They all had their timeouts and get another field goal. I just feel like the risk was way higher than the reward. So, but I was all for going for the fourth downs and shit. All the fourth downs when it's, 4th and 1, 4th and 2, they couldn't stop the tush push. They couldn't stop it. They never stopped it once. I'm all for going for 4th down every time.
Right.
So, I don't know. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Story of the Bills right there.
Fair.
So, but I should probably get ready for volleyball.
Yep. It's a fair time to end. I got to go do Music Monday, I guess.
Yep. Well, have fun with that. I'll be driving, so I won't be able to participate.
No worries. I'm sure it'll be something.
So.
But, all right. I guess that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.